because people like you keep him in the job. Because all you can do is run down this country. You've got no clue about what the fact remains, is that a policy was put in place by the Conservative government to enact the vote. The vote was to leave the EU, not to provide thousands of ships just because people like you think there's going to be Armageddon when we leave the EU.
So why did he sign that? Why did he do the deal then?
He did the deal because basically any prudent and proper government, whether it be Labour, Conservative, Liberal, whoever's in government, they have to do what's called the contingency, James, because if people
why is it if he's prudent and proper?
You're going to let me speak.
If he's prudent and proper, why is the deal falling apart?
It hasn't fallen apart, James. It's purely and simply because at the end of the day...
So the deal's still in place, is it,
Are you going to keep talking over me, James?
Well, if you lie, I am. Of course I am. Jeffrey, if you lie, Jeffrey, you will be in... There's a million places in the British media. Jeffrey, you just said the deal was still in place. Could you just refer me to the evidence that the deal is still in place? Could you just refer me to where you're getting that from?
Excuse me, sir.
You're excused. Now tell me where you're getting the evidence from. You just said the deal was still in place, the one that was announced on Saturday morning to no longer be in place. So I might have been on air for 2 hours. I might have missed the news. Where did you get the information that the deal was still in place, that the prudent and proper Chris Grayling arranged with Seaborne Freight, Jeffrey?
I don't know what kind of education you got, James, but you clearly don't have any manners. I haven't interrupted you when you...
No, you lied, Jeffrey. You said the deal was still in place, so refer me to the evidence for the deal that the government announced was off on Saturday being on again. And then I don't have to interrupt you anymore.
Your listeners will draw their own conclusions.
They already have, Jeffrey. So finally, just where did you get the news that the deal was back on?
Can't wait till we leave the EU and people like you start crying.
Yes? Where did you get the news that the deal was back on?
Where did you get the news, James, that we don't have any contingencies in place?
Well, when they announced on Saturday that the contingency they put in place had been called off, but you've told me that it hasn't been called off, and I'm looking for the evidence.
So you believe that there's only one contingency?
No, I'm talking about the one deal that you just said was back on. Now either say, I'm sorry, James, I made a boo-boo, or tell me where you got your evidence from.
I will never apologise to people like you.
No, I know you won't, Jeffrey. Which is why you end up getting humiliated on national radio. Because all you had to say was sorry.
Yeah.
No.
If you look at
so for the final time, Jeffrey said the deal was still on. The deal that Chris Grayling signed with Seaborne Freight. Jeffrey in Chelsea says the deal is still on. Jeffrey's proof comes now.
You're a muppet.
And that, my friends, is Brexit. Okay, so now, by all means, conclude that Jeffrey has been specially selected for his appalling inability to process even the simplest facts. Conclude that Jeffrey is possibly Matt Lucas or Sir Ben Kingsley in disguise, employing his unparalleled thespian skills to come in and fit my agenda of proving that all people like Jeffrey aren't really very good at anything. Except, as he said, looking forward to other people's misfortune. In this case, I will be upset in the event of us crashing out of the European Union, because poorly educated people who haven't got the insulation of financial security are going to get absolutely crucified. Jeffrey, of course, hung up. Ben's in Nottingham. Ben, why does Chris Grayling still have a job?
Well, with regard to that last call, he obviously don't like it.
Stop it.
You mentioned Matt Lucas, well, to be honest, I think this is kind of a part of a wider issue. You know, you obviously already mentioned Jeremy Hunt. You know, he made a hash of being a health